a few MCQ extra questions for you for practice and for your clarification of concept of standard deviation and variance and mean for new observation if observations are multiplied or adding by any constant, right? So this is if standard deviation of variable x is 4. So given the standard deviation, that is s is given 4, right, of variable x. So I am writing of variable x, that is sx, right? So I am writing sx is equal to 4 and y is equal to this. Then standard deviation of variable y, we have to find out standard deviation of variable y. So y is given here 3x plus 7 divided by 4. That means this is 3 by 4 into x plus 7 by 4. Means old variable is x. So old observations x is multiplied by 3 by 4 and adding 7 by 4. And you know, for observations we have to find out standard deviation, right? So if we multiply a by k, then variance will be, variance is k square times old one. I am writing only old. K square times old variance is, and standard deviation is modulus of k times into old. If variance is k square old standard deviation, then standard deviation is modulus of k into old standard deviation, right? So here observations are multiplied by 3 by 4. So sy is equal to modulus of 3 by 4 into standard deviation of old, that is x, that is sx. So sx is 4. So this is 3 by 4 into 4, right? So answer is 3. That is option C is your correct answer. So option C is your correct answer. Got it? Here what is given? Observations are multiplied by 3 by 4 and adding 7 by 4. But you know, adding anything in observation never affect standard deviation or variance. If multiplied by k, then standard deviation is k times old one and variance is k square times old one. So I am writing here standard deviation is k times, this is k, old one, no effect of adding any number in observations. So that's why this is old one is given 4. So answer is 3, right? So this is only for your practice and understanding the concept. Okay, so understand. Now next one is very easy also. Let A, B, C, D, E be the observation with mean x bar, mean is x bar, and standard deviation s, and standard deviation is s. There is standard, mean and standard deviations are given. The standard deviation of the observations a plus n. So a is the old one, a is the old one. Now what we did here? They did plus m, means we are adding m constant to observations. See here, b plus m, c plus m, this is d plus m, this is e plus m, right? So we are adding standard in observation constant m. If we add constant, then mean will be increased by that constant, and in standard deviation it doesn't affect. Then what we have to find out? The standard deviation. So if we adding this, then standard deviation doesn't affect. So option A, right? So your option is option A is your correct answer, right? So option A is your correct answer, right? Yes, I am able to write with left hand. is first time, right? You see here. Okay, now got it this? Now this is, let same example, same observations are given and here multiply by m. Then standard deviation is m times the old standard deviation, that is modulus of m we have to take, right? That you know. So I am only speaking m times or k times. Okay. So what is your answer? What is your answer here? M times the old one. M times old one, that is ms, not this ms Dhoni, only ms. So your option D is correct answer. Now try yourself. I'm giving you 2 minutes for this. What is the answer? Try yourself. And then check with my answer. Now can I start? Okay. Now see. These are all old observations and the standard deviation of this is 3.5. That is standard deviation SD. S is given 3.5 of old observations, that is X. Now what did they? Which operation they perform? They are multiplying here, multiplying by -2 and subtracting 3. Subtracting any numbers doesn't affect in standard deviation, only multiplication is effect, that is new standard deviation. So new standard deviation is equal to, we are multiplying here by -2. So modulus of -2 into old is 3.5. So I am writing directly 3.5 here. So what is your answer? This is +2 and this is 3.5. So 3.5 into 2 is 7. So 7 is the correct answer. So this option C, right? This option C is your correct answer. So option C is your correct answer, right? So I hope now you are clear for this matter, right? If adding, then mean is increased by that number, that is if we add k, then mean is increased by k. If we multiply by k, then mean is also k times the old mean. If we add k, then standard deviation doesn't change or variance doesn't change. If we multiply by k, then standard deviation is k times old standard deviation and variance is k square times old standard deviation. In standard deviation, you have to take k positive, that means mod k, but generally we are speaking k times. Okay, that you know. Okay, it's clear now? Clear? Okay, thank you. Illustration number 17. The mean of the 5 observation is 4.4 and their variance is 8.24. If 3 of the observations are 1 to 6, then find the other 2 observations. We have to find out other 2 observations, right? For solving this, we need some formulas. So first of all, you know mean x bar. I am writing directly x bar, right? Is equal to sigma xi upon n. This is the formula. So this implies sigma xi is equal to n into x bar. So you have to remember this, sigma xi is equal to n into x bar, right? So this is now important for you. Sigma xi is n into x bar. Sigma xi is equal to n into x bar. And for variance, you have formula. I am writing s square, right? Not sigma square. Both are same. Is equal to sigma xi square upon n minus x bar whole square, either sigma xi upon n whole square instead of x bar. Now if we take x bar to here, this minus become plus. So this implies s square plus x bar square, s square plus x bar square is equal to sigma xi square upon n. So subject to this, sigma xi square is equal to n multiply here, so n into bracket s square plus x bar square, right? So this is another formula you have to remember for easy and time saving technique. You have to remember this. This is very easy, two formulas, right? You know this formula and this formula. So from that we derive this. That means sum of the all observations, listen me, sum of the, please pay attention here, look at here, listen me carefully. Sum of the all observations is equal to n into x bar, that is n into mean, right? And sum of the square of the observations, xi square, x1 square, x2 square, x3 square, that is sum of the square of the observations is n into s square plus x bar square, where x square is variance and x bar square is mean, that you know, right? So sum of the square of the observation is n into s square plus x bar square, and sigma xi, sum of the observation, is n into x bar. So let us start. You have to remember this thing, right? This is important aspect for now remaining questions, right? So here given that the mean of 5 observations, that is n is equal to 5. So n is equal to 5 given. So first of all, n is equal to 5, right? The mean of the observation is 4.4. So x bar is given 4.4, right? And the variance, now be careful, read question carefully. It is given variance. Variance means, so write down like this also in word also, mean x bar is equal to, then variance s square, either sigma square, whatever you want to write, is equal to given 8.24. Variance is given 8.24, right? If 3 of the observations are 1, 2 and 6, and we are given 5 observations, so 2 missing observations are there, then find the other 2, that is we have to find out 2 missing observations. So we assume that let missing observations are, or remaining observations are, x and y, right? So let the remaining or the other observations, let the other observations are x and y. So if we assume x and y other observations, then our total sequence of the observations is 1, 2, 6 and x, y, right? So the observations are, I am not writing observation fully, observations are 1, 2, 6, x and y. These are our 5 observations, and we have to find out the value of x and y, right? Now we have to find out x and y, and mean is given. Mean is given 4.4 and n is given 5. That means we have to find out the sigma xi. So from this formula, sigma xi is n into x bar, xi not, x bar. So now mean is equal to 4.4. Now mean is equal to 4.4. Therefore sigma xi is equal to n into x bar. Now sigma xi is sum of the all observations, that is 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus x plus y is equal to n. N is 5 and x bar is 4.4. So 5 into 4.4. Now 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. So this is 9 plus x plus y is equal to 4 into 5, 20. 4 into 5, 20. 20 plus 2. That is because we are multiplying with 0.4. That is 2. right? So this is 22. So x plus y is equal to 13. So x plus y is equal to 13. From this, making y to subject, so y is equal to 13 minus x. Say reason number 1. Say reason number 1. Now what is given? Also given variance is 8.24. Variance is 8.24. So now again, variance is 8.24, that is your s square is 8.24. Now for variance you have to this formula, we want sigma xi square. So therefore sigma xi square, so sigma xi square is equal to n into variance square plus mean whole square. This is your formula. Now sigma xi square means sum of the square of the observations. So sum of the square, these all are the observations. So sum of them is, so therefore 1 square plus, I am writing only 1 directly. So 1, right? Then sum of this square means 2 square is 4. So 1 plus 4 plus 36 plus x square plus y square is equal to sum of the square of the observation 1 plus 4 plus 36. Now n is 5. So 5 s square s is given, s square is given 8.24. So this is 8.24 plus mean is 4.4 whole square. So mean is 4.4 whole square. So this is 4.4 whole square. So this is x square plus y square plus 36 plus 4, 40 plus 1. This is 41, right? So this is 41 is equal to 5 times 8.24 plus 44 square. 44 square is 44 square. Calculate if you don't know. This is 0 and you also know how to multiply this on base of 10. Forget? Yeah. So 4 4 16 1 4 4 16 1 17 4 4 16 and 4 4 1 7 6. So answer is 6 6 7 3, right? 1 8 9 this. So answer will be 19.36, right? So 19.36. So 90 and 8, 27, and this is 27.50 60. So 27.60. So this is x square plus y square plus 41 is equal to 5 into 27.60, right? Now multiply this 27.60 with this. So 5 into 20, 100 plus 35, 135 plus 3, that is 138. So this is x square plus y square plus 41 is equal to 138, right? In our lectures of first 4 lectures, right? First 4 lectures, I told you how to multiply. I teach you how to multiply, right? That you know, right? You have to multiply on basis of 10. So 20 into 5, 100. Then 7 into 5 is 35. So 135. And then 0.6. 0.6 means 30. 30 means you have to cut 1 point. So 3. So answer is 138. Now 138 minus 41 is 97. Don't worry, you have calculator. Use your calculator. I have calculator in my mind, so I am calculating, right? So this is x square plus y square is equal to 97. Now we have to find out the value of x and y. Means we have to solve these and these equations. So substituting value of y here, what we get? X square plus y square is 13 minus x whole square is equal to 97. This is due to reason number 1. Now expanding this and simplifying this, you will get your x and y. So start, okay? Do yourself, right? So this is x square plus 13 square 169 minus 13 into 2 16, 26x plus x square minus 97 equal to 0. So x square plus x square is 2x square minus 26x plus 97 plus 3 100 and 3 plus 69 72. So plus 72 equal to 0. Now 2 is common. So taking 2 common, x square minus 13x plus 36 is equal to 0. 9 into 4. 9 4 are 36. So 9 plus 4 13. So factors are x minus 9, x minus 4 equal to 0. That is x is equal to 9. Either x is equal to 4. So if x is equal to 9, then from 1 y is equal to, from 1 y is equal to 13 minus 9 is 4, and if x is equal to 4, then from 1 y is equal to 9. So remaining observations are 4 and 9. So I am writing here, therefore remaining observations are 4 and 9. So this is your answer. Understand? Can you get it? Are you following me? Okay.